Hey there, Derek Rydall here, founder of the Law of Emergence and author of the best-selling books Emergence and the Abundance Project. And I want to talk today, I'm kind of fired up right now, I'm not exactly sure what's going to come out, about it's time to make love go viral. And I want you to understand something, and again, I'm not diminishing what's going on right now in the world or whenever you're listening to this, whatever crisis you're dealing with, and at the time of this, obviously, we're dealing with some very, very serious crises globally, a pandemic unlike anything we've ever seen, and something that is not going to be over in the short term. But there's a very powerful opportunity at hand here, because as I've been talking about lately, a crisis, a challenge, creates a condition that squeezes us. And what comes out is what was already in us. If you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. If you crush and pulp an apple, you get apple juice. Doesn't matter who does it or how it happens, what comes out is what was already in it. And so right now, we're all getting an opportunity to discover what's in us. If you get more money, if you get more fame, fortune, what that brings forth in you is what was in you. It doesn't make you a better person. It magnifies and brings forth what was in you. And this crisis right now is showing us what we're made of. It's not showing us the ultimate truth of us, but it's bringing up anger and fear and hatred and resentment, just like during 9/11, just like in any major crisis. And what I want you to understand is that contagion is not just physical. There's not just the contagion of germs. There's the contagion of ideas. There's the contagion of emotions. That every single one of us are carriers and hosts of something that we are spreading, that we are infecting each other with. And the degree to which our immune system is strong and healthy is the degree to which we do not spread things that we don't want to. If your immune system is physically healthy, then you don't get sick as often. The germ dies and cannot live in you, and you don't spread it. And the same thing is true with our emotional and our mental and our spiritual immune systems. When our emotional system is strong and resilient, when we've activated and cultivated love, then the lower frequencies, the lower thought viruses and negative emotional patterns of hate and resentment, judgment, fear, they cannot take a hold in us. And therefore, when we don't get sick with them. And then when we interact with others, we don't spread that. We don't spread the hate, the anger, the judgment, the resentment, the animosity, the enmity. When Jesus came along and talked about loving your enemies, or when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said to, love and forgive the so-called bad people, the racist people, when Gandhi brought that forth, they weren't trying to get us to be good people. This wasn't about being a nice guy or a nice woman. This was about taking the negative, lower frequencies, the thought viruses of hate and division and separation out of circulation. When Jesus said, do not resist fear, love your enemy, love them 70 times 7, all these messages of love and forgiveness, it's not about being a good person. It's that when you love the enemy, when you meet hate with love, when you meet fear with love, compassion, understanding, when you meet it within yourself, the judgment, the anger, all of that, you dissolve that frequency, or you transmute it into a higher, healthier, more life-affirming frequency. You take the violence, the hatred, the polarization out of circulation. What we need is a quarantine and a total lockdown on our separation, on our fear, on our limitation, on our anger, on our judgment, on our materialism, where we have become more interested in matter than what matters, where our value system has become more about consuming and acquisition and competition and one-upsmanship and keeping up with the Joneses and being another Kardashian, and all of the ways our value system has become about me, 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 I. I got to get mine, and all that it breeds in identity politics and separation and you against me and all the fighting and the argument and the hatred and the judgment. All of that is a pandemic of fear and of hatred and of separation. And if you don't think that that has had something to do with what we're experiencing in our world right now, then I am so grateful that you may have time to be still and quiet for the next several weeks, because this is our opportunity, folks. That there are no mistakes going on. There have been a lot of prayers and a lot of work. There is another world emerging, a world of unity, a world of greater divine sovereignty, a world of compassion and abundance, a new profit line, a new profit motive, the real profit, which is not just about dollars. It has to include people. It has to include the planet. It has to include what elevates consciousness. And right now we have an opportunity to begin to not only put a quarantine on ourselves to protect ourselves physically, but to put a quarantine on the parts of our heart and our mind that have been raging in a pandemic of fear and separation and materialism and judgment. And we now get a chance to let those viruses die, to meet the hatred, the judgment, the fear, the limitation in our own heart. And I'm not diminishing the situation. There's no judgment here about anybody feeling any of that. It's understandable. Feeling it about the government and what they are not doing. And I'm also not saying you don't use that righteous indignation, that anger. The anger, the fear, it's a signal. The fear is a signal that you're believing a lie, but the lie is trying to point you to a deeper truth that you're meant to apprentice under. So once you've gotten the message, you don't hold on to the fear. You apprentice under the truth. The anger is telling you stepped over yourself in some way, or someone else has, and usually it's not anger until you step over your own need. Then it becomes anger. So what are you stepping over? What's the deeper need that you have? Where are you not speaking your voice, speaking your truth, asking for what you want and need and meeting that need? That's the message of the anger. Get the message and now release the anger. And you take anger out of circulation, you destroy that thought virus, that emotional virus. The judgment you have on other people is a reflection of a projection that has not been embraced within yourself. As hard as that may sound. So yes, notice the judgment. Don't do a spiritual bypass. Don't try to tap yourself out of all the anger, fear, and judgment and miss the message. Don't try to do some nice pithy affirmation. Oh, God is all there is and all is love and all is well, and miss the message of the anger, the fear, or the judgment. It's a light on the dashboard. The judgment is telling you that you have a part within you you've separated from. And it's got a message for you. It's got a gift for you. And so you meet it and you embrace it. And then the judgment gets taken out of circulation and you get healed. You become more whole. You become more compassionate. So you want to notice the anger, the fear, the judgment. And then you want to get the message. Where am I stepping over myself if I'm feeling angry? Where am I not discovering and meeting my true needs? If I'm feeling angry, if I'm feeling resentful, where have I not asked for what I really wanted? Where have I stepped over my own feelings, my own voice? If I'm feeling scared, what's the lie that I'm believing? And what's the truth that I need to apprentice under? If I'm judging other people, where is that in me that I can meet, understand, see the gift in it, see that enemy within me is really an ally, bringing a gift and a message to create greater wholeness and compassion. So I develop the heart of God. And then when people come into my field with that particular shadow of whatever the judgment is, I become a zone where that particular virus is destroyed on contact, like a bug zapper, because I don't carry it anymore. I'm not a carrier of that virus anymore. The virus of hate, the virus of fear, the virus of judgment, the virus of separation. And then what becomes in its place? Light and love. You become a carrier and a host of love. You become a carrier and a host of peace, of compassion. You start to, wherever you go, whatever you touch, whoever you touch, you become contagious. Your conversation is infectious. Your thought forms get into the collective consciousness and start duplicating and replicating like a virus. You turn the influenza into a powerful influencer. You become an influencer, which is where the original root word of influenza comes from, to influence. You become a host, and everywhere you go, and nobody can escape your virus of love. They're like, they touch your field, and it's like, shit, I'm infected with love now. I cannot stay angry in their presence, right? I heard what they said, and I can't hold on to my judgment. God damn it, I'm infected with love. I'm infected with hope. I'm infected with faith. I'm infected with possibility. Get it off me, right? And there is no drug. There is nothing they can do. Once that virus takes hold, game on. Old game over, new game on. And now you're serving the emerging world. You're in alignment with the way life really is. Because life's only agenda is to express more life, and love's only agenda is to serve the fulfillment of every seed of true potential in life. And you become that. You become the light of the world. You become the instrument of love. You make love go viral. You make joy go viral. You make possibility go viral. You can make hope and faith and grace and abundance and creativity and innovation and inspiration and unity go viral. So will you join me today and make love go viral? Make life-affirming qualities go viral? Will you join me today and make a commitment during this time to not just quarantine yourself materially and physically, but to allow there to be a lockdown on these parts of us that we've been infected with and infecting others with for millennia? The hate, the fear, the judgment, first upon ourselves, upon our beloveds, our family, upon the world. And take this time to self-reflect, to notice where we're being triggered, to have deep compassion for all of those parts of us, to meet them with the light of our own heart, because those viruses within us cannot survive in the light. They cannot survive the heat of love and compassion and understanding and forgiveness. They wither and die. They thrive in the dark. And so during this time, let's meet those places within ourselves, and as we may find ourselves in close quarters with other loved ones, let's bring that light and infect them with that same love. And as you may be going out and trying to get toilet paper or whatever, same thing. Don't touch anybody. Be safe, be smart, but infect them with love. Silently radiate your love to them. Silently radiate a blessing. May all beings, all creatures, and all creation, including myself, be blessed abundantly, be completely liberated spiritually. May every being, every creature, and all of creation be healthy, be divinely wealthy, be spiritually liberated, know who they really are and why they're alive, and have everything they need to live their life, their destiny, that reason for which they were born. May every being have that, including and especially the ones we don't like. The politicians, the other countries, the people in prisons. May every being be free. May every being be infected by love. May every being be infected by joy, by wisdom, by the truth that sets us free. May love become a contagion and a pandemic that nothing can stop. That's our prayer. Join me. Post below, comment. What quality are you going to be a stand for? What quality are you going to be the host and the carrier for? What quality of life-affirming quality are you going to become infected with and start infecting others with? With your thought, with your conversation, both to yourself and to others and online? What quality, what life-affirming quality? Comment below what you're going to be a stand for, and you're going to be a host and a carrier of, and you're going to start a contagion around this quality or this truth. Maybe it's a belief that we are one, that all needs are met, whatever it is. That's a thought virus, and that's a positive thought virus or a meme. Or maybe it's a quality, love, peace, joy, generosity, service. Comment below, share this with others. Let's make love go viral. Let's make faith and hope go viral. Let's make all of the life-affirming qualities go viral to the point that we can't help ourselves. We are infected. We are zombies of love. We can't help ourselves. But when we bump up against the appearance of anger, negativity, quote unquote evil, we can't help ourselves but to meet it with love, to bring some light and understanding and compassion and patience. This is my request. This is my commitment. Comment and let me know what yours is. Share this. Let's make love go viral. We can do this. We have some time now. We have a space now. And we need it now more than ever. And I dare say, this condition is actually occurring not to destroy us, but to set us free. I love you. I appreciate you. And until next time, remember to live authentically, love unconditionally, and follow your destiny.